Hello, beautiful souls. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to my channel, Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing in that light whenever there are shadows. Now, in this pick a card tarot reading, we are going to take a look at what needs healing now and how to heal it. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this reading along your path, then it's totally meant for you at that time. And you can always come back to this reading and maybe even choose a different card or receive reminders should you need it. So, what we have here are some goddesses that are going to come in and they want to work with your angels to assist you in healing something on the soul level right now for your highest and greatest good. So, we have Aeracura, we have Guinevere, we have Kuan Yin, and Isis. So go ahead and see and feel into the energies of all of these goddesses, and you'll notice in the description box below the timestamps to go to your reading. I will see you there, loves. Hello there, Star Fam. So for those of you that were drawn to this beautiful goddess, Aeracura, so a little bit about this goddess is she is from Celtic and Germanic lore, and she has a lot of different roles. So she works with fairies, she works with Mother Earth, and what she really is particularly fond of are actually artists and inventors. So if you're that creative type and you are drawn to Aeracura, then my gosh, the synchronicities are already off to a beautiful and brilliant start for you. And what is so great about Aeracura is that she helps relieve stress, especially, when we think about our shoulds and should nots and how far should we be, what should we be making, what should we be doing, those types of things that can cause us stress if we don't meet up to our own expectations. So she relieves that stress, but also she can be called upon if you need emergency money or resources. So that's pretty awesome. Now, on the card itself, it says blossoming. You are just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. And what I'm sensing here from the beginning of your reading is that there is a sense of pressure that you're putting on yourself because in the past you felt as if you failed in something or somebody made you feel like you were a failure and that you didn't meet up to their expectations. For some of you, it's going to be like a parent, right? For others of you, it could be a teacher, or others of you still could even be a lover, is what I'm getting from the energies here. And so you felt really defeated at some point in time, and in a way, it traumatized your energy and made you feel like you wouldn't be able to do anything right moving forward, okay? And that's really blocking you at this point in time from really achieving the things that you'd like to achieve and your true potential, because there's this fear of failure and not living up to your expectations, which are, I gather, are actually quite high of yourself, which is, good to have dreams and goals that challenge you. But there's this line that gets crossed, when you start to beat up on yourself and look down on yourself if you don't always 100% of the time meet or exceed the goals you set forth for yourself. So, Aeracura is here again to just say you're just getting started. Have patience with yourself and the process. A lot of times it's not simply about the destination, but it's also about the journey. So my loves, let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards here and get some more information on what needs healing. Let's maybe get some specifics here so that you can focus in on that particular energy and allow it to heal with the aid of Aeracura and your angels. Okay, so we got a few cards that came out here, and I'm going to pull just a couple more, okay? So let's see, what is it that needs healing? Let's look at some more details and specifics. Okay, so here we go. Okay, let's take a look at this before we move on. So we have the Four of Wands. And what I'm sensing here with this energy is that there was something that you were really looking forward to, and it was almost like you were planning this celebration because you thought that it was going to pan out. Um, mm, what I'm getting for some of you is perhaps you thought that you were going to get married or you were already engaged to somebody, right? And then that engagement, or you guys separated before you can get engaged. So there was this loss of this romantic relationship, and in your eyes, you saw it as a failure, right? Like, we didn't even make it to the altar. I spent all this time with this person, and they didn't even propose to me, and we're not even going to get married, and we spent years together. So there's that type of energy. For some of you, it's related to career is what I'm getting as well. So you were up for maybe a promotion, or maybe a transfer transfer to a different location, which would also be a promotion or a raise, right? So some type of stepping up in the career world, and you didn't get that. And that was a bit of a trauma for you, and it really affected your self-esteem and your self-worth, and because you felt so invested on this outcome, and said, if I deserve this, and when I get this thing, whether that's marriage or this raise, then it's going to prove to me that I'm worthy of good things in life. Oh, oh, that makes my heart a little sad, darlings. And here we have Daughter of Swords. And what this is telling me is that, that is just the kind of lower first level of thinking. So the Daughter of Swords is about the Page of Swords. And what this is telling me is that this is sort of, as we evolve as human beings and we learn more about the world, this is kind of the first idea and the first layer of understanding. And there's a deeper layer, a higher frequency layer of understanding that's meant to replace it. So the way Spirit and Aeracura are explaining this to me, which I hope can relate to you, is like, you know, we understand the world of math initially through addition and subtraction, right? But that's not the whole picture. Because then we understand math when it comes to division and multiplication, right? And then we understand this layer of math like fractions, decimals, exponents, and then we get into the whole crazy world of like understanding math from the perspective of geometry, algebra, calculus, physics, right? And so this is just the first layer of your self-worth and what it means to be successful and achieve the things you want in life. This is that first layer of understanding, and it's a little bit infantile and juvenile, and your soul and spirit are ready to heal that and move to a higher level of understanding and seeing the bigger picture, okay? And this, look, we have two owls here, and it even looks like the same owl, okay? Now, what this card is telling me here is that what you view as a failure is actually a growth opportunity, okay? You know, when I was in school training to get my medical degree to be a physician assistant, one of the things that really stuck with me from my professor is that, don't be too hard on yourself when you make mistakes on an exam, because wherever you make mistakes, those are the greatest opportunities for learning and growth. Because the questions that you got right, you already know. So you don't need to like spend more time and energy focused on the things that you know, where you should focus your energy on the things that you don't know, because that's going to make you a better clinician, make you a better person, make you a better lover, romantic partner, make you a better employee, worker, manager, whatever your role is in your company, entrepreneur, right? So it's these mistakes that are actually blessings. That's what Spirit is telling me. And go ahead and comment this down below, please, for me, because Aeracura and the angels are telling me this is really important for you, that we're drawn to this card. My mistakes are blessings. I'm going to say that again because it feels so good. It feels so true. And the resonance is so strong. My mistakes are blessings. They are portals. If you can see here, they are portals to this more ascended, higher, a brighter, shining version of you. It's like hard to put it into words, but your mistakes are portals for you to expand even greater and beyond what you expect of yourself. here we have the Seven of Wands. Yes, so what I'm getting here is these are all the mistakes that you think you've made, right? These are what you view as mistakes, but this is you shining bright, rising above the mistakes. You are not your mistakes, my love. You are not your mistakes. And so don't feel the need to rush and prove yourself to anybody, okay? I feel like that's a really strong pain point for you, is proving yourself to others. Oh, my loves. Lastly, here we have death. So this is telling me that, you know, a piece of your hope, a piece of the light that you shined, you know, died out when this failure happened. Okay, and I'm using the word failure just so that we kind of know we're talking about the same event, because I don't want you to carry that burden of the word failure. That a piece of your light and of you died, and what's ready to be healed is to let this piece go, return it back to Mother Earth with the help of Aeracura, return it back to Mother Earth and start fresh, start anew, because after death comes rebirth. Oh, this is so beautiful, my lovelies. Okay, let's see now. How can we heal it? What specific messages and guidance from the angels can we call upon to help you heal it? Okay, and then we'll pull a few more tarot cards to get an understanding of what you can do to heal. Okay, this one was about to flip out. So let's see. Messenger. A message will arrive soon. It may be a picture of angel wings, a dropped coin, a wing-shaped cloud, or an angel in human form. Something that only you will understand. Notice the unseen, that you are guided from above. Oh, wow, this is really deep. This is really, really powerful energy. And so what I'm getting here is that there's going to come an opportunity here. You're going to find out about it through like a phone call, a random conversation. Maybe you'll see an ad even in the newspaper or online while you're browsing things. You know, Instagram, Facebook, they have ads like up the wazoo. And so there's going to be something like that that's going to come through for you. And it's likely going to have, you know, angel wings on it, feathers, a cloud, a coin, you know, these things that we consider lucky. So look for symbols of what luck means to you. Maybe you'll see a rabbit or a bunny, even though I don't really like this, you know, like the rabbit's foot or the bunny's foot is a sign of good luck, but you know, no dismembered bunnies here. Just maybe as we approach at the time of this reading, we're moving into spring. So more animals will start coming out. And I know I see a lot of bunnies in the area that I'm at when it's, you know, April, May timeframe. And so you'll see maybe bunnies, maybe shamrocks or four-leaf clovers. You'll see angel wings. You'll see rainbows, maybe even double rainbows. You'll see like a wishing star, a shooting star. So you'll see that type of message. And when you see that, it's going to be a big, big opportunity for you to heal and let this pain from the past go. Just release it. All right, so come up with like a prayer or a chant of sorts to say when this message comes through, this sign comes through. Okay, let's see if we can get more information on things you can also do to continue to heal this pain from the past that, you know, you marked as a failure, which really has hampered or restricted your growth because afraid of making the same mistake again. Okay, I feel like we need just one more spirit. Can you give us one more card? That's this one. Okay, so let me put that to the side. Let's start with these that are just jumping out. So we have the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so what the Seven of Cups is telling you all to do is to dream again, okay? Because you've had this failure, you lost this you know, ability or this drive to dream because you think, oh, why should I dream? It's never going to come true anyway. Oh, my heart is aching after I just said that because I know so many of you were thinking this. And so what Spirit is saying will help you heal is to continue to dream again. Just let your imagination run wild at possibilities. Because let me tell you this, okay, I don't know who is familiar with law of attraction here. But one of the things is you attract what you are, not what you want. And so if you feel that your life path and your opportunities are so narrowed down and so limited, that's exactly what you're going to get, my loves. Okay? So this exercise of dreaming and letting your imagination run wild is to allow the world of opportunities to open up to you. Because when you see opportunities, you will receive opportunities for growth, for love, for career advancement, for money. When you see the world through opportunities and possibilities to get better and do better, that's what the universe will give back to you, dears. And so here we have the Eight of Wands. And what this is telling me, it's reassuring me that this path can move very, very, very fast. So right now, you have to be patient, yes. But with this one, what it's saying is that when you're able to heal, the path forward to that raise, to finding your loved one, can be very, very accelerated, okay? And the other thing too that this is saying is like time is, just a construct. It's just an illusion. Time is just something human beings created so that we can be organized. But really, when we think about your individual life and your life cycle, things will happen as they happen, designed by you, by your own choice. That's when things will happen. And it's not like, you have to meet the love of your life on, I don't know, January 1st of 2023, or else you're doomed to be single forever. Like, no, 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 not at all, my loves. You can meet the love of your life whenever you want, whenever you are ready. You can get that raise or promotion or, make a lot of money when you are ready. You set the timeline, my loves. Yes, that felt good. Next here we have the Seven of Swords. And so this is telling me there's a little bit deeper work that needs to be done when it comes to healing to fully root this out. This is a monumental start, though. Don't get me wrong. This is a really big, powerful step forward for a first step. But if you notice that other things are coming up beyond what we talked about, or deeper layers of this story, of this trauma from your past that we're talking about, then you need to do this work, this deep shadow work. So hiring a coach, going to a therapist, going to a retreat, doing some kind of cleanse or detox or some kind of like daily practice so that you're in the habit of thinking positively about yourself, thinking positively about the world and your circumstances. That is what's going to need to be done. And I'm, interestingly, I'm coming up with a program to help a little bit with this. And so stay tuned to this channel to when I announce when that will be available. But just know that there are hidden and deeper layers that may be uncovered, okay? And that those are coming up because they're ready to be healed and addressed. So my dears, if you enjoyed your reading, please give this video a like, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you enjoy the vibes here at Transform with Ryan. If you are ready for another powerful and amazing reading, go ahead and click on this link right up here in the corner. And I'm sending you all so much love and light on your journey, and so does Aeracura. She is with you and your angels. Trust. Hey there, Star Fam. For those of you that were drawn to this card here, this goddess, Guinevere. So maybe some of you have known Guinevere as sort of the wife of King Arthur from, the Arthurian times, and Avalon from England, right? From England is where this goddess story originates. But what was so interesting about the story is we got like a little bit of a love triangle is sort of the myth here, that even though Guinevere married Arthur, she was actually in love with Arthur's cousin, Lancelot. Ooh, my gosh. A scandalo. I'm just kidding. So before that actually happened, though, this is what I didn't know. So Guinevere, she originated as a goddess in Celtic mythology, as the goddess of fertility, and also the goddess of the land, and she helped people, go to the afterlife. So that's something I didn't know about Guinevere, and perhaps you didn't know this as well. And so let me read the card for you. True love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So, what I'm getting from this, my dears, is that your healing is related to past heartbreak. And what I'm getting here is for some of you, you had your heart broken by someone and it really affected your sense of attractiveness, your self esteem, right? Some thoughts that you may have had is, oh, I really thought this person loved me. I'm not worthy of being loved. I'm not worthy of romance. I'm never going to be able to find, my soulmate, my happily ever after kind of thing. So that is what needs to be healed. For some of you, there was a bit of a disappointment in love. So, what's interesting is with this story of Guinevere, she married Arthur, right? Because it was, in a sense, like a duty or a responsibility. It was for the greater good, for the land, right? And she really loved Lancelot. And so, what I'm sensing for some of you is that you didn't pursue your true love because you felt that there was some kind of obligation or some responsibility to partner up with someone else. Or the tables could have been switched, right? That perhaps you were not chosen by the one that you loved because of some kind of responsibility or whatever. So you could have taken any of the roles within this love triangle of Arthur, Lancelot, or Guinevere. So you could be in any one of those roles. And that really affected your belief in love, your belief in romance. So that needs to be healed so that you can experience love in that form again. So let's pull some tarot cards out, okay, for you loves, and let's get some more information on this. This is very clearly related to romance. Okay, that was too many cards that bumped out. Ooh, this is a very shocking image, right? Okay. Wow, these are very, very jumpy. It seems like the energy here is super duper strong related to this broken heart of yours. And let's just see, what can we, oh my gosh, what is going on here? Okay, I'm feeling the top and bottom of that pile. And then, interestingly enough, I'm getting called to cut. So let's focus on this rather alarming image right here, right? So this is the Nine of Swords. What this is really talking about is you have this anxiety and this fear when it comes to love. There's a sense of distrust is what I'm getting. That when you start to have those feelings or those stirrings within your heart that you could love somebody or that romance could be blossoming or budding, you get terrified and like wigged out, like freaked out about it, and you shut off. And you can imagine these horrors of having your heart broken, of going through that emotional turmoil again. Oh, my dears. Oh, my heart is kind of aching for you. Next, we have the Ten of Swords here. And this is just telling me that your poor heart has really taken a beating, has really been hurt and damaged. Oh, this reminds me, I don't know if any of you who are watching this, let me know down in the comments below, but have you heard of the band or the girl group Danity Kane? They sing this song, Damaged. But my heart is damaged, 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 damaged. I thought that I should let you know. And thank you for letting me sing for you, loves. So it reminds you of that song that your poor heart has been damaged, and it's really affecting how you see the future of love and these suitors or these potential dates and lovers that, come into your life. Like love is trying to come into your life, but you are so afraid of it, afraid of getting hurt again, that it's like hitting a wall, and that, there are people who are interested in you and want to show you love, but they're experiencing, rejection on that front, and what it's doing is actually hurting you more, because the more you do this act or this practice of not believing in love and pushing love away, the further and further love becomes. Oh yes, see, Three of Swords, my loves. This card here in the tarot is like it's representative of heartbreak and upset and a deep, deep sadness. Oh, Huns, I just want to give you like a big old hug right now. Seven of Wands. So for me, this card actually came up for another reading, but in this particular reading, it has a slightly different meaning here. What this says to me, well, okay, so it's actually a couple things, which is really interesting. So you're going to have to listen to see which one applies to you, okay? So one possibility for those of you watching is that there was one specific heartbreak, like many of you perhaps have had multiple relationships in the past, and there is one that is the root of the pain, like it's your very first true heartbreak. So that doesn't necessarily mean it was your first relationship. No, no, no. What this is referring to is your deepest relationship, your first one that you felt this deepest and most powerful connection with, but it didn't pan out and you ended up separating. That relationship is one to focus on, healing and releasing those energies. And for others of you, what I am sensing here, let me just tune back into the energy. I'm going to have to pause. Let me see what this other card is because the message didn't come through as very clearly as I thought it was going to. So let's see this next one. Eight of Wands. Wow, so we have swords and we have wands. Both of these suits here can sometimes carry a lot of sadness with it. Like sort of a diminishing of your spirit, of your will and your drive and your passion for love. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. And what this card is speaking to is this scattering. Okay. Now, okay, here we go. All right. So, what I'm sensing here is that your aversion to love, your fear of embracing love, is creating this energetic field around you. So it's pushing these people away. And this isn't, what's so interesting is this isn't just people who are interested in you romantically or who are attracted to you on a romantic or physical level, but it's even people like friends and family or potential friends, maybe even coworkers. And so this energy that you're carrying is really pushing people away. And here, this energy that you're channeling is pushing these other sticks and wands away. And so this negativity and this this jaded attitude that you may be carrying within you towards love is pushing away all kinds of love. So platonic love, familial love, friendship love, and romantic love. Oh, my dears, this is really challenging here. And so, you know, when we think of Guinevere and at the outset of the relationship, yes, what comes through very powerfully is this romantic love, but what's happening here is just love in general is very diminished in your life. And, okay, so what this is now, okay, another message is coming through about this one, is you need to relight that love that you have for yourself. Okay, oh my gosh, my dears, we need to do this. All right, so let's take a deep breath. Beautiful. Take another one if you need to. Excuse me. What I really need you to do, but I want you to do this, like I want you to want to do this for yourselves, okay? I need you to comment down below, I am loved. I am worthy of love. I openly receive love. I am loved, I am worthy of love, and I openly receive love. Type that down in the comments below for me, my dears, and let everybody who watches this video send you that loving energy to help you heal this. Yes, what I'd like to see happen here is a community at Transform with Ryan where we support each other and we send each other love and light along each other's journeys, because we are, no soul is an island. To take, sort of a remix version of that phrase, no man is an island. No soul is an island. And we are here in this particular time, in this particular place, in this particular dimension to support one another and help one another. So by typing those affirmations below, I will read all the comments. So I will see your comment, my love, and I will send you love and light. And I trust that other people in this, community of Transform with Ryan will do the same. So let's see how else can you heal this heartbreak from your past? Learning. It is time to learn something new from books, school, or from other people. The power of knowledge makes you smarter and wiser. Keep your curiosity alive. Ah, beautiful. So what I'm sensing here is what needs to be learned here is the dynamics of relationships, of love, different ways to love people, different ways to love yourself, right? A lot of healing modalities and techniques can be learned here, whether that's Reiki, acupuncture, psychiatry, psychology, understanding relationships. Like one thing that came to my mind when I saw this is the book 5 Love Languages. I think last name is Chapman. Gary? I think Gary Chapman is the author. If you know for certain, please go ahead and comment down below. But I believe it's Gary Chapman, and the book is called 5 Love Languages. That was really powerful in healing for me when it came to understanding love dynamics, because card number 2, my Guinevere crew, I totally know what it feels like to have that heartbreak. My heart has felt very broken and very hurt, and I've been afraid of love for the longest time. And now after doing healing and understanding and inner work and forgiveness work, my heart is open again to love, to receiving love, and having romantic relationships, or, hopefully one romantic relationship to last the rest of my days. But, for you, my dears, going on that journey yourself and attaining that knowledge will be so healing and therapeutic for you. So I encourage you to do so for yourself, because again, my dears, you are loved and you deserve love. Okay, let's get some more information on things that you can do to heal this heartbreak from your past. I'm just going to give you guys another energetic hug while I shuffle. So sending you lots of love, my Guinevere crew. Okay, so let's see what else we got here for y'all. The Hermit, yes. So what is helpful to heal is actually take some time to yourself. Now, if you were anything like me, what I did was distract myself from intimate connections. And so I would just meet up with people, go on random dates, even do hookups, but I would never ever get close with people because I was afraid of that. And I just kept getting myself in these, flings and casual relationships because I was afraid of something deeper. And, at the time of recording this video, I've spent the last couple years alone and really building myself back up, opening up my heart, healing my heart again to welcome in love and romance, the type that I truly want in my life. So there is time for you to spend alone here. Now, of course, it's going to vary for each of you, whether it's like a week, a month, a year, a couple months, whatever. Just spend time with yourself, heal yourself, and most importantly, love yourself. Rebuild that self-esteem and that self-worth. High Priestess. So this is about intuition. This is about inner guidance and wisdom, and that's what you'll tap into when you spend time alone again. You'll start to see the truths of who you are as a divine, loving, wonderful, abundant being. And the Fool. So this is all about fresh beginnings, my dears. It's all about resetting your energies, okay? Resetting your beliefs in love, letting the past go, letting the past be free, which will allow you to be free for this brand new beginning. So start fresh in your concept of love. Let your next love be your first love, okay? This is so wild. So I wasn't actually planning on announcing this, y'all, but I'm currently working on a little mini course to help people get a fresh start and heal some big pain or trauma from their past. And so stay tuned to this channel and I'll let you know when that becomes available because I really feel it's going to help a lot of people, my dears. I wasn't actually planning on announcing it, but Spirit, you know, Spirit is just like, you have to say this. So my dears, if you enjoyed this reading and as it resonated with you, please go ahead and hit the like and the thumbs up button. It would mean a lot to me. And also subscribe to this channel if you resonate with the energy here of the reading and of the other videos here on Transform with Ryan. To view another video and receive more love and light, click on this link up here and it will take you to that reading. But until next time, my loves, you are loved all day, every day. Mwah. Hey there, Star Fam. For those of you that were drawn to the beautiful goddess Kuan Yin here, and you know what's so powerful and what's so amazing for those of you drawn to Kuan Yin is this is actually a little Kuan Yin figurine and statue that I purchased because I was called to work and spend time with this wonderful goddess from China, from the East. A couple years back now, and she has been present in my life here. And for some of you, this compassion that Kuan Yin is bringing in with your angels is compassion for yourself and releasing shame and guilt. And for others of you, it's about having compassion for someone else that has hurt you or disappointed you or let you down in the past. And it's about forgiving them. And that's what needs healing, is either forgiveness for yourself for something wrong you had done, or forgiveness to someone else for something wrong they had done. Because Kuan Yin is about releasing judgment, okay? So what I love about the story of Kuan Yin, for those of you drawn to her, is that she was eligible for Buddhahood. So, and I don't think there were very many women other than Kuan Yin, if any other women at all, were eligible for Buddhahood. But she instead promised to stay near Earth to help all these souls that need mercy and compassion, to assist them. That was what she vowed to do instead of, you know, accept this Buddhahood. She is particularly protectful of women and children, and she helps awaken musical interests and abilities in people as well as psychic powers. Pretty cool, huh? So let's see what Kuan Yin is helping you to heal. Let's get a little bit more details on that, okay, with the tarot. So what is it that needs healing now? Please provide us with more details and information for these brilliant souls, my star fam here. So let's pull what needs healing now. Okay, I feel like one more of these guys. Then we are going to cut. Oh gosh, okay, and shuffle. Spirit is like, okay, shuffle it as well. All right, and then pull from the top. So we're going to get 5. Let's see what our first one is. Oh, goodness. The 9 of Swords. This actually came out for another reading. And so what this is telling me for this particular reading, though, for those of you who are drawn to Kuan Yin, is that there is something that you saw as so ugly in someone else or in yourself, something that you think is so hideous. And what I'm getting is like a personality trait or a behavior, you know, like the idea of murder, rape, or stealing. Like those are very hideous and ugly things that happen in our world. Now, I'm not saying any of those things are what's appearing for you by any means, but it was just more to convey the notion or the idea here. But there's something that you're seeing as very ugly or hideous in the other person, like maybe the other person's a liar, maybe you are a cheater or they're a cheater, whatever it is, some type of characteristic or behavior that is truly repulsive. Oh, that's a good word, yeah. Repulsive in your eyes. That needs to be healed. That needs to be embraced and accepted, because Oh, wow. What's coming through, my dears, is that it's important to realize that you and other people, even though we use their actions to define them, right? There's that saying is I'm defined by my actions. That's not entirely true. People are capable of change. People are capable of evolution, okay? And just because someone did something in the past that wasn't, so good or wasn't very flattering, that doesn't mean that's who they are forevermore, okay? That one mistake that someone made, that doesn't make them, that doesn't define who they are. Like, for example, if you failed a test in the past, that doesn't mean you're an idiot forever, that you can never learn something new, right? That you can never get a better grade, all right? So I hope that really made sense and that landed with you. Next, we have the Five of Swords. So, what I'm sensing here is that something felt like it got taken away. Whether that's innocence, whether that's childhood, whether that's money, whether that's a kind gesture or an act of caring and goodness and charity. It felt like something got stolen or taken away from you. And that's where the pain really lies, is that something felt like it was taken from you, unjustly so. And here we have the Six of Wands. So what I'm getting is whatever that was really, really important to you, and it signified it was what you called success. So, okay, let's put some scenarios out there that I'm getting from Spirit, that I'm getting from Kuan Yin. So, for example, it could be that you or someone else stole a lover from you, right? Like you're like, oh, you stole my boyfriend, you stole my girlfriend. Like we were happy together and you ruined that, right? Or you stole my promotion, you stole you took credit for the work that I had done. That's a powerful one. I know that resonated with lots of you watching this video, that you felt like someone took credit for something that you had done, that you deserved, whether that be at work or within the family, where someone maybe they weren't really informed and they were misplacing the credit, or maybe you contributed more and, didn't feel like you received the credit that you were due for providing more assistance. Interesting. Daughter of Pentacles. For some of you, this is money. This is money related. I get the sense that some of you lent someone else money to help them out, and maybe they haven't paid you back yet, and you're really upset by that. You haven't forgiven them for it. I know one of my best friends, his mom lent his siblings money when they were broke and, they were in danger of losing their home. So one of my best friend's moms lent the brother or sister, I don't remember, money so they wouldn't lose their home and they could kind of build themselves back up, right? Make more money, get, raise the funds again to get back on their feet. And now they were able to afford a lot of luxury things. And they still haven't paid my best friend's mom back yet. And so she's really upset by that, She's like, I lent you a lot of money to help pay off your mortgage or pay some of your mortgage payments so that you aren't homeless. And now that you have the funds again to buy these really nice, luxurious things, how come you haven't paid me back? Yeah, so for some of you, it's that. Wow. Now we have the Mother of Pentacles. And so with the Daughter of Pentacles and the Mother of Pentacles, there is definitely some divine feminine energy here that's been wounded. And what I'm getting here, it's a wound regarding receiving what you are due. And so for some of you, what happened here is there was a loss of trust in the world, where it's like, hey, I'm giving so much, I'm showing so much compassion and mercy and helping other people out, but how come no one is helping me out? That's the challenge here that some of you have been facing, is now you felt like, other people have turned their back on you. and that you have no one that you can rely on to help you when you need assistance. It's like, oh, you're here helping everybody else, but how come no one's helping you? Oh, dang, that is hella deep. Wow, all these readings for this one has been so powerful so far. And it's like, now I know why the divine feminine, the goddesses, and the angel called me to do this reading for you, my dears, because there's just a lot of pain here that needs to be healed. So let's see how to do that. How are we going to heal? How are we going to heal this pain here? This forgiveness that needs to happen, this having compassion for people and mercy for people and for ourselves for some of you. Okay, let's see. Spirit, Kuan Yin, divine goddess, divine angels. How can this be healed? Here we go. Protect. Security is the key. Ask divine helpers to protect you. Imagine yourself surrounded by angels. Take everything with caution and think carefully. So interestingly, what this is telling me as well, in addition to the message here, is that you have been so generous and so giving to other people that at this point in life, when you're viewing this reading, it's completely okay for you to say no, to put up these boundaries, okay? Because I get the sense that many of you, you know, the responsibility or the weight of helping others is sort of this burden now. It's become a burden for you, and it's a burden that maybe got thrust upon you because perhaps you were the older one, and so, you know, stereotypically everyone turns to the older person, to whether it's the older sibling, the leader, the manager, the CEO, the grandpa, the grandma, the older person in the relationship, right? That we expect that person to take care of things and protect us and have our back and provide for us, you know? And so at this point, it's about you protecting yourself. And not in the sense of like not trusting everybody, but more in the sense of trusting your instinct, okay? And trusting your angels and guides to also protect you and not bring people in your life who are gonna be leeches, okay? It's about extending that protection and setting the boundaries by calling in specifically what it is that you want in your life, specifically what type of interactions you want in your life, okay? So, and now I'm getting this affirmation for you all from Kuan Yin. And what the affirmation is I attract kind, respectful, and compassionate people into my life. I attract kind, respectful, and compassionate people into my life, okay? So that will help sort of reduce the magnetism for people that need your help. Because what's happened, okay, let me explain this in terms of law of attraction. What happens, my loves, is if you show up in the world as a savior, as someone who helps other people and gives of themselves to help other people, the universe will give you more people that you need to do that for. The universe is like, oh, you want to help people and you're helping people and giving of your time and resources? Great, we're going to send more people your way so you can give more time and more resources away, because that's what you're doing. Those are your actions. So we are going to give you more of that, okay? And so once you start saying no and protecting your boundaries and making it very clear what you are allowing into your life, then the universe will get the hint. Okay, the universe is like, oh, so I just sent this super needy, clingy, codependent kind of person to your life, and you said, no, that's not something I'm able to do right now. That's not something I'm interested in doing. That's not resonating with me to interact with you. So we're not going to continue to interact. Then the universe is going to be like, oh, okay, that you don't want that, so I won't send any more people like that your way. Instead, I'm going to send somebody different, a different type of personality your way, okay? Does that make sense, my loves? I hope that resonated with you. So let's just get a little bit more information on how to heal this, okay? So first thing is to create barriers. So some people like to create energetic barriers in meditation by visualizing themselves in a golden bubble. Other people, they sage their area, right? Or cleanse it with smudging. And other people, it could be the simple act of putting your phone on silent or blocking certain numbers to create that barrier, that kind of thing, okay? Oh, okay, this one definitely wanted to come out. Heartbreak. So what this is actually telling me, my loves, with this heartbreak card is there are some people that are not going to like this new you that is protected. There are some people you helped in the past that are going to come back to you and be like, hey, you helped me before. How come you don't want to help me now? And they're going to be upset about that. And you might feel some kind of way. They might sway you, but you must stand your ground, okay? Don't cave. Father of Swords. So to me, this is about understanding how other people think, okay? So the Father of Swords is reminding you to see how other people think, take their point of view, and then you'll start to understand the situation and you'll start to understand their behavior, right? And so, going back to that example, if you understand where this person is coming from, like, oh, hey, you helped me before last time I needed money, so I'm going to come to you again because that's easy. Like you said yes to me before, why won't you say yes to me again, right? And so if you take that point of view and you understand where their mindset is at, then you know how to act accordingly and it will help you stand your ground, right? Because it's like about breaking those belief systems that people have about you, that you're going to be their savior all day, every day, and they're never going to learn how to take care of themselves. You need to break that pattern, okay? And you need to understand, like, hey, that's how they're thinking right now. And so you need to help them understand and evolve into a new way of thinking, okay? So that's what's going to work with some of you here. And lastly, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So what I want to pass on for this is trust. So I know you've lost faith at some point in your journey that the universe and the angels and the guardians are going to protect you. But what this really is everybody is protected. Everyone has guardians and guides. You don't have to be the end all be all for people. If you don't help them, someone else will help them. Or better yet, they'll help themselves and you can be free of that responsibility. Okay, you better call that in, loves. So if you enjoyed this reading and it resonated with you, please go ahead and hit that like button. I would really, really appreciate that. And if you love the energy here at Transform with Ryan, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And for your next reading, if you're ready to dive right in, go ahead and click this link right up here in the corner. It'll take you to another one of my powerful and loving readings. And until next time, my dear, stay protected, stay strong, take care of you first. Mwah. Hello there, Star Fam. For those of you drawn to the beautiful goddess Isis, here is what needs to be healed right now. So before we get into that, though, I thought I'd share a little bit about the goddess Isis because I do love me some deity lore, some god and goddesses lore and stories. And so Isis, if you didn't know, comes from Egypt. And she is an Egyptian high priestess, moon goddess. So with the moon, there's a lot of subconscious information and memories and intuitive skills that come through the goddess Isis. And I'll explain the importance of that here in just a minute. And so what's great about Isis, part of her story is that she was married to Osiris and she was able to bring Osiris back to life. And she and Osiris have a son named Horus. Horus, if you've ever seen any of pictures of the Egyptian gods and goddesses, Horus was one that had a falcon head. And what is so amazing about Isis is that she knows how to manifest things and she can help you manifest things. She is very skilled at magic and alchemy, and you can totally call on her to help you with manifestation. And so with this card, it says past life. The situation involves your past life memories. And so what needs to be healed at this time stems from past memories For many of you, it's going to be related to childhood. And for others of you, it's going to relate to a past life you've had because, of course, you are an eternal and immortal soul that has incarnated into the physical realm many, many, many times. And so there is something from your past life that needs to be healed, or your childhood. So what I'm getting here is that many of you that chose the goddess Isis are very advanced as far as your spiritual awakening and spiritual journey goes. And that's really, really amazing. But let's get more information on what needs healing now. Let's see if we can get a little bit more detail on that, okay? So first out, we have the Five of Swords. So what this is telling about is what needs healing is a betrayal. Let's see what else comes out because I don't get the sense that that's the full picture. So you were betrayed in a past life by someone, or you felt betrayed as a child. Next, we have the Empress. So what this is telling me is the betrayal is related to a feminine person. And that doesn't necessarily mean like a woman, like female bodied. It could be someone that carries a lot of divine feminine energy because, as y'all know, I identify as non-binary, so I try not to limit the experience here on the channel strictly to just boy-girl kind of categories, okay? So again, this is divine feminine energy, which could come in the body of a female. So it could be a mother, a sister, grandmother, a daughter, an empress even, you know, from a past life, because who knows where your past life was if you haven't explored it yet. Maybe you were an emperor and this is your empress or your wife, right? That betrayed you. Next, we have the Nine of Wands. Ooh, so big, big burdens is what this is speaking to. That this betrayal became a burden on your soul and a burden to you. What I'm getting for some of you is because of this betrayal, justice had to be served. And because of this close tie you had with this person, again, many of you, it could have been a family member, it was such a big burden for you to tell the truth. And some of you, you felt like, oh God, I had to throw somebody under the bus because they did something wrong, and it felt very upsetting to you. Dang, that is some heavy, heavy, deep stuff, you know? It's like turning in your sister or your mom for a crime that they committed, you know, that kind of thing. So whatever this was, it was a really, really big burden. Daughter of Swords, there we go, some more divine feminine energy. And Daughter of Swords is speaking to, again, the past. So some childhood thing when we get the Daughter of Swords, which in other decks is the Page of Swords. So this child, oh my God, excuse me. Oh my gosh, kind of embarrassing. Even though that's a natural body function. But anyways, comment down, excuse you, below. So what this is saying though is that this speaks to divine child, youthful energy, okay? So something again from the past. And here we have Son of Cups. Wow, interesting. We have Daughter and Son of Cups here. So again, speaking a lot to childhood times here with this youthful energy. This Son of Cups, though, the age range is a little bit higher. So this would be someone in young adulthood. So, you know, in Western countries, young adulthood is around 18 years old and into your 20s, early 20s. And this combination that I'm getting here is there was this conflict between the heart, or the mind and the heart, okay? And it felt like, you know, your mind knew what was right, what was just, what had to be done, but your heart was pulling you in another direction. Your emotional attachments were pulling you in another direction that kind of contradicted what law and order and structure and society told you to do. Very, very interesting, my loves. I feel like we need to get something else. I need a little bit more details. Do you guys need a little bit more details? Let's just pull a couple more cards. Okay, Spirit, can we get a couple more cards about this? Because now I'm just a little bit curious about what went down here. Let's just pull 2 more. Okay, so this is the bottom. So pull from the bottom. So we have the 4 of coins and the world. Okay, so what this is telling me is, again, this is a karmic relationship. And this is really, really interesting. So what I'm getting from Spirit is this betrayal that happened in your childhood comes from a past life. And for those of you where this betrayal happened in a past life, you've reincarnated again together in this lifetime to have some type of connection, some type of meeting in this lifetime. You may not be family members in this time, maybe your friends, acquaintances, colleagues, student, pupil kind of thing, or teacher, pupil kind of thing. So whatever it is, you definitely were connected again, okay? And so it's this connection is back in your life or appeared in your life for healing and resolution. And what this card is telling me here is that what needs to be released is this. So this belief of what is expected of you, what you are supposed to do, that needs to be released. And instead, what needs to be pursued is following your hearts and doing what's right based on your heart. Okay? So here we go. It's healing your heart energy, okay? Because you did what you had to do because of what mind and what law and what protocol stated. And so you kind of, put your heart on a lower level than your mind. And it's about elevating the heart energy again, okay? Elevating the energy of love, forgiveness, and trust. So how do you do that? How do you heal? Let's find out. It's right there. You will find what you are looking for. It's hard to see what's under your nose. Change your perspective. Open your eyes. It is right here in front of you. So what I'm getting from this is you hold yourself to a different standard than you do the people around you. And you give a little bit more leeway and forgiveness to the people around you, more so than you do for yourself. And that's what this changing your perspective is the way you talk to your best friends and your loved ones and the people you care most about, you need to talk that way to yourself, okay? You need to extend that compassion and understanding towards yourself. And also to this other person. Okay, I feel like there's some anger here where it's like, why did you put me in that position? Why did you make me have to go through this torture of this difficult situation and this difficult decision I had to make? Like, why would you do that to me, Yeah, that's really powerful. Okay, let's see what else we can get on how to heal this. I feel like once this is healed, then that person may end up leaving your life because the energy now is resolved between you two. And it's like you want them to kind of step away from your life and give you space, but you're not getting that space because you're holding on so strongly to this energy of betrayal and anger and frustration and disbelief and, those types of things. 6 of Swords. So this card is classically about recognition and victory. And so this is about recognizing the situation for what it was, that you did what you felt was right. You did what you had to do, however you want to take it. And so no one is truly at fault here. There is no blame to go around. You did what you needed to do. They did what they did. And so everyone here experienced the consequences, okay? No one here needs to be the judge and the executioner, all right? It's out of your hands, both of you, because when you go seeking vengeance, that's on your energy. And right now, what the universe, what Isis is saying is that there are greater forces that are dispensing justice, okay, and that are giving out the consequences of everybody's actions. Here we have the Son of Wands. And so again, this I'm getting that energy again that justice is being dispensed not by your hands, but by someone else. And so there's no need to worry about it. There's no need to, spend time ruminating and thinking like, when are they gonna suffer the way I suffered? When are they gonna get what they deserved? It's not your responsibility at all right? And here we have the devil. So releasing guilt, releasing shame. That's what needs to happen here. Release guilt, release shame, because you are being enslaved by that energy. So going back to Goddess Isis, call on her energy. Ask her and your angels and your guides to help relieve this guilt and this shame and this embarrassment. Relieve that from you. Let them. So what I'm getting here is yeah, putting yourself in their shoes, understanding and seeing the situation as impartially as you can, or from like a bird's eye view. That is going to be helpful. But really, since all of you are so spiritually evolved, spiritually advanced, that we're drawn to the goddess Isis, you know how to go into meditation. You know how to receive her guidance and wisdom on how to help heal this and how to move beyond this and let this matter go to rest. Okay, so, prayer is you speaking and talking to source, God, universe, whatever you call it. And meditation is you listening or receiving the information. So go into meditation, call on the goddess Isis to assist you. If you enjoyed this reading and you resonated with the content, go ahead and please give this video a thumbs up, a like. I'd really appreciate that. And make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already and you love the energy here. Of course, to keep the amazing energy flowing, go ahead and click on this link up here to go to another one of my readings. And interestingly enough, I wanted to share this now with you. I'm working on a mini course to help people get fresh starts, to reset the energy. And so please stay tuned to this channel when I announce when it is ready for people to utilize, and I really look forward to sharing it with all of you because I know it will help many souls around the world. So sending you so much love and light on this journey. It sounds like there are some things that need to be done, and I trust that you will be cared for along the way. Mwah.